In this video, we're going to talk about the pros and cons of a free college education. So hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you stay educated on how your money works. Free college programs come in different forms, but generally refer to the government picking up the tab for tuition costs while the students pay for other expenses such as room and board. At least 38 states have existing or proposed variations of free college programs. Tuition at public four-year institutions more than doubled over the past 30 years, and the average student loan debt more than doubled from the 1990s to the 2010s. There are currently around 17 million students in undergrad programs in the US. So is tuition-free college an economic boosting solution to unequal college access and sky-high college debts? Or is free college a taxpayer burden that will still result in high student debt and dropout rates? So here are the pros and cons of free college education. Pro number 1. Tuition-free college will help decrease crippling student debt. If tuition is free, students will take on significantly fewer student loans. Student loan debt in the US exceeded $1.5 trillion. 44.2 million Americans have student loan debt, and 10.7% of those borrowers are in default. The average 2016 graduate owed $37,000 in college loans. Student loan debt has risen 130% since 2008. And public college costs have risen 213% between 1987 and 2017. Students are coming out of college already buried under a mountain of debt before they have a chance to start their careers. Bernie Sanders, an advocate for free colleges, has stated it is insane and counterproductive to the best interest of our country and our future that hundreds of thousands of bright young people cannot afford to go to college, and that millions of others leave school with a mountain of debt that burdens them for decades. That short-sightedness path to the future must end. Pro number 2, the US economy and society has benefited from tuition-free college in the past. Nearly half of all college students in 1947 were military veterans, thanks to President Roosevelt signing the GI Bill in 1944 to ensure military service members, veterans, and their dependents could attend college tuition-free. The GI Bill allowed 2.2 million veterans to earn a college education and another 5.6 million to receive vocational training, all of which helped expand the middle class. An estimated 40% of those veterans would not have been able to attend college otherwise. GI Bill recipients generated an extra $35.6 billion over 35 years and an extra $12.8 billion in tax revenue, resulting in a return of $6.90 for every dollar spent. The beneficiaries of free tuition contributed to the economy by buying cars and homes, getting jobs after college, while not being burdened by college debt. They contributed to society with higher levels of volunteering, voting, and charitable giving. The 1944 GI Bill paid for the education of 22,000 dentists, 67,000 doctors, 91,000 scientists, 238,000 teachers, 240,000 accountants, 450,000 engineers, 3 Supreme Court justices, 3 presidents, many congressmen, at least 1 Secretary of State, 14 Nobel Prize winners, 24 Pulitzer Prize winners, many entertainers, and much, much more. During the post-World War II era, the US ranked first in the world for college graduates, compared to 10th today. Pro number 3, everyone deserves the opportunity to get a college education. A dramatic increase in the number of Americans with college credentials is absolutely essential for our economic, social, and cultural development as a country. The rapid rise of tuition has limited access to higher education, which is essential in today's workforce. 3/4 of the fastest growing occupations now call for education beyond high school. College graduates earn $570,000 more than a high school graduate over a lifetime on average, and they have lower unemployment rates. Students from low and moderate income families are unable to afford as many as 95% of American colleges. A century ago, high school was becoming a necessity, not a luxury. Today, the same is happening to college. If college is essential for building a career and being a full participant in our democracy as high school once was, shouldn't it be free, paid for by public dollars, and treated as a right for all members of our country? Con number 1. Tuition-free college is not free college, and students will have large debts. Tuition is only one expense college students have to pay, and it accounts for 39.5% of total average college costs. On average, in-state tuition at a public college costs $10,230 for each year. Fees, room and board for on-campus housing are another $11,140. Books and supplies are another $1,240. Transportation adds $1,160, and other expenses cost another $2,120. Without tuition, college still costs an average of $15,660 per year. Tuition accounts for just 1/5 of the average community college student's budget, which runs $17,930 annually on average. Sweden has free college, and yet students in that country had an average of $19,000 in student loan debt for living costs and other expenses in 2013, compared to the $24,800 in debt US college students had that same year. Con number 2, taxpayers would spend billions to subsidize tuition while other college costs remain high. The estimated cost of Bernie Sanders' free college program is $47 billion per year, and has states paying 33% of the cost, or $15.5 billion. This will require tax increases, or it will force states to move existing resources into higher education and away from other state priorities like healthcare, prisons, roads, and K-12 education. States could lose between $77 million in Wyoming and $5 billion in California in tuition revenue from their state colleges and universities, and have to pay an additional $15,000 in Wyoming to $55 million in New York to subsidize a tuition-free plan. It's been calculated that free college funded by tax dollars would cost every adult taxpayer $1,360 a year, or $77,500 over a lifetime. Why should people who want to go to college get it paid for in part by people who pursue on-the-job training or other forms of non-college education? Why should anyone get a degree to increase their lifetime earnings on the backs of taxpayers? College costs have increased for a number of reasons unrelated to tuition, including fancy dorms, amenities like lazy rivers and climbing walls, student services such as healthcare, athletics, increases in administrative personnel, and cuts in state budget. And con number 3, tuition-free college will decrease completion rates, leaving students without the benefits of a full college education and degree. Potentially millions of young people who have no business attending college would waste their time and taxpayer dollars, seeking degrees they will not obtain. Free tuition would dupe young people into a sense of belonging, only to find that their work ethic, intelligence, and aptitude are not up to the rigors of advanced education. Under California's community college fee waiver program, over 50% of the state's community college students attended for free, but only 6% of all California community college students completed a career technical program, and fewer than 10% completed a 2-year degree in 6 years. So what are your thoughts about free college education? Leave a comment down below and let's get a discussion started. And as always, take care of your money. Today's book of the day is The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. I'll leave a link to the book down below, and if you prefer listening to it on an audiobook for free, I'll also leave a link to a 30-day free trial to Audible. You can choose this book or any book to listen to, and even if you cancel before your free trial is over, you can still keep the book and listen to it whenever you want. Last thing before you go, a financial education is the most important kind of education you can give your kids. That's why I created Smart Money Parenting as a way to prepare you and your kids about the highs and lows of managing your own money. I'll leave a link to the course down below so you can check it out.